but I remember I was like sitting in my chemistry lecture or something, and I was like just sketching out cake designs and stuff, not listening to what they were saying. And I was just like, okay, I think I'm onto something here. Like I really am into this. I'm really passionate about it. But yeah, I think like even the first 4 years, I didn't really think about opening a bakery. Like I just didn't, I was like, I'll just make them on the side for fun. And then it kind of took over my whole life where to the point where I had to like, yeah. So I was making them illegally out of our apartment at first. I didn't know it was illegal at the time.
So both of you were living together at the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
And our husband.
Then our husband.
He's my work husband. Our work husband. Yeah. Yeah. So they put up a lot. Trev did a lot of dishes for me. That was nice. And then I found out pretty quickly that was illegal. I had a competitor tell me to the city, so I got a phone call, and then I had to legalize everything, rent a kitchen overnight. And so it forced me to legitimize everything, which was in turn like a good thing.
Yeah, because before it was more of a hobby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so I had to like, okay, I can either just stop or I can actually like take this to the next level. And there was no question. So that's what I did. And so thank you very much to that competitor for that.
Can we talk about that story?
We can touch on that. Yeah.
What was the whole, how did they reach out? What was the process?
She was, I think I was very trusting in the beginning, and I looked up to her. She's a great cake artist in the city, and she doesn't work anymore, but she kind of like, not befriended me, but was trying to be nice to me, and then called me one day and was like, oh, I saw you did a football cake. Like, how did you get the texture on that football? And I was like, oh, well, I just used an impression mat. Like, the simplest question for a cake artist, like she obviously knows.
Yeah.
And then she just started talking. She's like, oh, so where are you working out of and whatever? And I told her, oh, just my apartment for now. It's just for fun. Like, I'm not even charging anything. Like, it's just whatever. And the next day I get a call from the city saying that there was a report that I was working illegally from my house. And I think I had to pay like $800 to get licensed, and then had to find a kitchen that would let me rent from them.
Did you immediately know it was her?
Yes.
Yeah.
She's always been out to get me for like years.
Oh, no.
She was,
that means you're doing something right, though.
Yeah, like it was almost kind of like, I was definitely insulted and like kind of scared of her, but it was kind of nice that she was kind of intimidated by what I was doing. So that was kind of like, it's like, okay, I must be doing something right if she's even taking the time out of her day to like intimidate me. So.
Do you remember when she like brought it out like in the apartment?
Yes.
What was that like?
Well, I think I was just like, well, I mean, if these are the rules, then like follow the rules. You don't want to get in trouble from the government.
No.
And she would kind of, I think you were at the point of like, I think I want to do this more seriously.
Yeah.
So it was just a good next step. The biggest hurdle was $800 because when you're 21
in chemistry
and struggling to pay rent for a broke student, that is a big chunk of money, and to pay it within, I think it was 3 or 5 days or something.
Yeah, it was very quick.
I think mom and dad had to help.
Mom and dad helped. Yeah.
Yeah.
They did. Thank you, mom and dad.
So that was like the financial part was most stressful. Everything else, like paperwork and figuring that out, that's fine. But finding a kitchen, but.
Finding a kitchen was rough, but I know you had Stephen Hua on the podcast. Yeah. He let me use like Republic's, his old club's like nightclub kitchen.
He's great.
Awesome. So it's so nice of him to do that. And like I used the Moxie's kitchen like once or twice, and then just found other catering kitchens around the city. So I'd go in, I'd lug in my stuff at like 11 p.m. Yeah. Bake everything I need to decorate, whatever, and then lug it all out by like 7 a.m. Yeah. And then I'd go to school and then work at Moxie's typically, and then maybe I'd go out in between.
When you get time, yeah.
It was. I've never needed much sleep, so that was good for me. But